Have you ever had one of those mornings where you just wake up and think, is this it? The kids are grown, the job's behind you, the house is quieter than it used to be, and even though you finally have more time, it doesn't always feel like freedom. Sometimes it feels like a slow drift, and then you catch yourself thinking, I should be happier. I should be enjoying this more. So why do I feel stuck? If you've ever had that thought, welcome. You're not alone, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. In fact, what you're experiencing is incredibly common because no one really tells us how to live well after 60. We're told how to retire, how to manage our health, how to prepare a will, but not how to feel joyful, grounded, or excited again. This video isn't about pretending to be happy all the time, it's about real happiness. The kind that doesn't depend on what's happening to you, but how you choose to see and respond to it. And that starts with mindset. Because after 60, the game changes, and your thinking needs to change with it. Let's talk about the first big shift. Stop measuring your worth by your productivity. The trap of busyness. You've spent a lifetime being busy. Being valuable meant doing things, working, raising kids, running a household, showing up for others. But now, that constant doing isn't there anymore. And it's easy to feel like if you're not busy, you're not valuable. The truth about worth. But that's a lie. Your worth isn't tied to how many things you check off a list. It's not measured by appointments, errands, or how many people depend on you. Your worth is in who you are, in your presence, your experience, your wisdom, and your ability to enjoy life fully. Rest and stillness. You are not a machine. You don't need to earn your rest. You can sit in stillness and still matter. You can slow down and still be growing. The second mindset shift is this. Stop waiting for things to go back to normal. Moving forward. A lot of people hit their 60s and start feeling like the best part of their life already happened. The house used to be full. The job gave structure. The days had more noise, more people, more meaning. But here's the truth. That chapter was beautiful, yes, but it was never meant to last forever. You're not supposed to go back. You're supposed to move forward. This isn't a lesser season. It's a different one. And different doesn't mean worse. It just means new. The more you cling to the past, the harder it becomes to find happiness in the present. And when you let go, even just a little, you make space for new joy to enter. Happiness in the present happiness doesn't live in what used to be. It lives in your willingness to look around and say, what could life look like now? Stop comparing now. Let's move into something that can truly transform your emotional well-being. Stop comparing your journey to everyone else's. The trap of social media. At this age, you might scroll social media and see people your age traveling the world, dancing on cruise ships, starting new businesses, or posting pictures with grandkids every weekend. And while some of that may be genuine, a lot of it is performance. A highlight reel, not the full picture. The joy killer comparison is one of the fastest ways to kill joy, your unique path. Because someone else's path isn't your path. Their happiness doesn't mean there's less for you, and their success doesn't make your quiet, simple life any less meaningful. Appreciate what you have. When you let go of the need to keep up, you start to feel lighter. You begin to appreciate what you have. Not what you wish you had, not what they have, but what's real for you. And from that place, that's where true contentment grows, living deeper. You didn't come this far to feel like you're behind. You came this far to live deeper, not louder. And here's one more shift before we continue. Treat joy as something you create, not something you find. Happiness isn't a treasure hunt. It's not hidden in some perfect moment or some future event. It's in the little things, right here, right now. You create joy when you notice the breeze, when you laugh at a memory, when you say yes to something new, when you dance in the kitchen for no reason at all. You don't have to chase happiness. You just have to stop overlooking it. One of the most underrated joys in life is realizing you don't have to live in reaction to everything around you. You get to choose how you see things, how you frame your experiences, and how you move through your days. And when you learn to shift your mindset, especially after 60, you unlock a kind of freedom that most people never even realize is possible. Let's talk about a mindset shift that can change the way you feel every single day, letting go of the need to fix everything and everyone. If you've spent most of your life taking care of others, whether it was raising kids, managing a household, or being the go-to person for your friends and family, then this might be a hard habit to break. You've always been the one to jump in, to solve problems, to carry the weight. But now, that role might be shifting. Your children are adults. Your family is changing. The people around you are facing their own challenges and you can't always fix them. And that's okay. You are not responsible for everyone else's happiness. You are not obligated to hold the world together. And letting go of that pressure doesn't make you selfish, it makes you wise. It allows you to show up with love without being consumed. It lets you offer support without draining yourself. It means you can still care deeply without carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours in the first place. The truth is, when you stop trying to fix everything, you make room for peace. You start protecting your energy, and from that space of calm, you become even more powerful, more helpful, and more grounded than ever. Now let's move into a shift that might take time to embrace, but once you do, it can change your entire experience of aging. Embrace your age instead of fighting it. We live in a world that tries to sell us youth at every corner. Anti-aging creams, procedures, pills, filters. The message is loud: don't look old, don't act old, don't be old. But here's a radical idea. What if you didn't try to be younger? What if you embraced exactly where you are and owned it? Aging isn't a flaw, it's a privilege, and every line on your face, every gray hair, every laugh line or wrinkle, it's all evidence that you've lived, that you've loved, cried, laughed, endured. It's not something to hide, it's something to honor. When you stop trying to stay young and start trying to stay you, everything shifts. You walk with more confidence. You stop apologizing for slowing down. You speak with more clarity, more honesty, more strength, because you've earned it. And people notice. There's something magnetic about someone who accepts themselves fully. You don't need to be youthful to be radiant. You just need to be real. Here's another mindset shift that will help you stay emotionally strong and positive. Expect change, but stop fearing it. One of the most predictable parts of life after 60 is change. Your routines shift, your body changes, your family grows or shrinks. You may lose people, you may gain unexpected new relationships. Life at this stage is a series of transitions, and if you try to resist every change, you'll stay in a constant state of grief for what used to be. But if you start to expect change, even welcome it as a part of life's natural rhythm, something beautiful happens. You stop clinging, and you start adapting. You learn to ride the waves instead of getting pulled under. You begin to trust that you can handle more than you thought, that even as things end, something new can begin, that even if it looks different, your life can still hold joy, connection, meaning, and growth. Change doesn't mean loss. Sometimes change is an invitation to something richer, something deeper, something you wouldn't have found if everything stayed the same. And speaking of change, there's one more perspective shift we need to talk about: the belief that you're just waiting out the clock. Too many people treat life after 60 like it's the slow march toward the end. They move through their days like they're just filling time, waiting for the next doctor appointment, the next phone call, the next big event. But let me ask you something. What if this wasn't the end of the book? What if it was just the final and most meaningful chapter? What if this is the chapter where you finally learn how to live for you? No pressure, no rushing, no proving, just being, just living, with clarity, with heart, with intention. This isn't your leftover life, this is your real life, the one where you get to choose your own pace, your own joy, your own peace. You are not done. You are not invisible, and you are not irrelevant. You are wiser than you've ever been, freer than you've ever been, and yes, even happier, if you allow yourself to be. If you've come this far, you're already starting to feel it. That little flicker of light that reminds you happiness isn't something you lost. It's something you can choose again, and again, and again, every single day. So let's close with one final mindset shift, and it may be the most important of them all. Stop believing your best days are behind you. You'd be amazed how many people over 60 live as if the only thing left to do is wind down. They stop making plans, they stop dreaming, they stop imagining anything new for themselves. And the saddest part is, they stop believing in their own becoming. But here's the truth. You are still becoming. You are still blooming. You are still capable of surprise, of adventure, of passion, of purpose. Your best day might not have been your wedding day. It might not have been when your kids were born or the day you retired. Your best day might still be ahead of you. A moment of clarity, a conversation that changes everything, a laugh so deep it makes your belly ache, a sunset that moves you to tears for no reason at all. You're still alive, which means your story is still being written. And that means the best chapter doesn't have to be the one you already read. It can be the one you're writing right now. So instead of asking, what's left? Ask, what's possible? Start that garden, take that class, move to that place you've always dreamed of, pick up that brush, that pen, that instrument, learn that thing, teach that thing, say what you've always wanted to say, be who you've always wanted to be. Not because time is running out, but because time is still yours. And here's the beautiful part about happiness after 60. It's not loud anymore. It's not about chasing thrills or filling calendars. It's quiet. It's deep. It's in the little moments that no one else sees. The ones where you feel good in your own skin, your own home, your own heart. It's sitting with a cup of tea and realizing you don't have to rush anywhere. It's watching a bird land outside your window and smiling for no reason. It's putting your hand on your chest and thinking, I'm still here, I'm still me. So let's quickly revisit the shifts you've started to embrace. You've let go of measuring your worth by your productivity. You've stopped waiting for life to go back to anything. You've quieted the voice of comparison. You've stopped trying to fix everything around you. You've embraced change instead of fearing it. And you've finally started to believe truly that your best days don't have to be behind you. Each one of these shifts, they're small, but together, they can completely transform how you experience your life from this moment forward. You have more control over your happiness than you think. And it doesn't come from having a perfect life. It comes from learning how to see your life differently. So if this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below. What's one mindset shift you've already made, or one you want to try this week? And if this message helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone else who could use a little light today. You've earned peace, you've earned joy, and you've earned the right to live fully, on your terms. Here's to staying positive, here's to staying grounded, and here's to making these next years the most meaningful ones yet. You've still got so much life left in you. Now go out and live it, with joy in your heart and a smile in your soul.